Yo, what is poppin', people of the internet? This is Live from Vegas. And I want to answer a very important question that I myself was struggling with for about a month because nobody's talking about this. I promise you this will solve your problem if you had the same problem as me, so let's get into it. If you've ever plugged a controller into your PC and you're somebody that's came from console, you may notice that the controls, the sensitivity, feels completely different. Especially in a game like Apex Legends that I usually play, you have some advanced controls. You can copy your exact control scheme, and for some reason it feels totally different on PC. That's the best way for me to describe it. A lot of people call this problem input lag, but I feel like that's the wrong term, and it doesn't really have to do with lag at all. So we're gonna break it down for you in a second. I guess I'll show you first because it'll take less than 2 minutes, and then we'll break down what's actually happening. So if you feel like your controller's messing up, what you need to do is really simple. An easy way to get to the screen guaranteed to is just right click on your desktop, go to display settings. This will always be here. No matter where you right click, there will always be display settings. So just click that. That'll take you right to the page that you need to be on. You'll see your monitors and your resolutions. This is the page. Scroll down to the bottom, click Advanced Display Settings. So what we want to be paying attention to here is our refresh rate. Next step is to click this, the Display Adapter Properties. Once you're in here, there's 3 tabs here. You want to click Monitor. The only option on the monitor page is your screen refresh rate. Now, this is where it gets complicated and important depending on what kind of monitor you have. If you have a 144, you may not have this problem at all, and you want to stick with 144. If you're somebody like me that has a 240 or just any number above 180, I don't know what kind of monitors they have out there, if you want your controller to work on PC the way you intend, you need to lock it to 144. I promise you, this is going to work. If you've ever watched anybody on Twitch, just go look in their thing in Apex. If they're playing on controller, I guarantee you they're locked on 144. And for a while, I couldn't figure out why this was happening, and I couldn't figure out why my controller wasn't working. It seems like there's a desync, or I guess input lag between the 240 and the 144. It almost seems like, actually, this is the exact reason right here. A controller is made for console, right? It's made for a refresh rate of like 60. So when you start pushing it to 200s, it just can't handle it. It seems like the max that a controller can handle is 144. So if you want to fix your sensitivity, lock it to 144, click apply. Okay, second though, if you do have an NVIDIA computer, I would just double check in your NVIDIA control panel. Just look it up down here in your search bar. Go to change resolution, the first option under display. There's also a refresh rate here. Just make sure that they're both on 144 before you drop a comment saying it didn't work. So if you have NVIDIA, double check this. Okay, so next what you want to do is jump into your game of choice. Apex makes it really easy, and I'll explain why. Number one, it's because if you look in the top right, I can't show you with my mouse, but you can see my FPS is locked at 143. So one below 144. That's the key. Now, the way that you can achieve that in-game, you obviously want to go to your video settings of whichever game you're in. What I had to do for my specific locking is completely disable my vsync. This is the biggest tip I could really give you. Watch, I'm going to put it on adaptive, watch what happens. Look, my frame rate changed to 155, and it's not locked at 144, so what I would recommend for most people is to just disable your vsync. Disabling your vsync should absolutely lock in your frame rate, your hertz rate, and just make your controller work perfectly. I hope you guys found this one useful because, man, I could not find the solution to this problem. I completely discovered this myself. If you look up on YouTube how to fix controllers, the only thing you'll see is some bullshit command prompt where they go type in input numbers. Like, you guys have probably seen the videos, they're all BS. This is what you need to do. If your controller is messing up, it's probably because your monitor is just too cracked and you got to tone it down for a controller. That's just the way that it is. You got to sacrifice a little bit of your frames if you choose to play on controller. On my channel, I also post controller settings guides for Apex Legends, the best things for controller, so check those out. If you guys found this helpful at all, please subscribe to the channel, super small, it would appreciate it a lot. This has been Live from Vegas. I'll see you guys online. Peace.